Being Mayor Asher and council members, I'm Catherine Firpo. I'm a housing coordinator here at the City of Emeryville. Before you tonight is a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an exclusive right to negotiate agreement with EAH Housing for the redevelopment of the former Golden Gate Lock and Key site and 1025 West Macarthur in the cities of Emeryville and Oakland. On October 15th, 2013, the council selected EAH Housing as the developer and authorized the city manager to negotiate an exclusive right to negotiate agreement with EAH, which is now before you. The ERN sets forth terms defining the mutual obligations between the city and the developer during the 12 months under which a disposition and development agreement will be negotiated. The proposed ERN contains the following items: the scope of the development, duration of the agreement, developer obligations, and the city obligations. And a representative from EAH Housing is here if you have any questions from the developer. That's it.
In the resolution, I would like, which is on page 139, between the whereas on September 4th, 2012, the council approved a request for qualifications, and then the next one where the city council authorized the city manager to negotiate an ERN. I would like to add another whereas that honors the work of the housing committee, because they were instrumental in looking at all of the proposals and coming up with a proposal of which developer they wanted the city to use. And I want to just honor the public input process.
I'd second that. That's a good idea,
That
Ruth.
is a good idea, Ruth.
This is a wonderful project. The sooner it moves forward, the better.
Yes.
So I would move this item with the addition of another paragraph that recognizes the work of the housing committee.
Second.
There's one comment that I want to make that, we're in the middle of a housing crisis in the region. That's to put it mildly, especially affordable housing. One of the things that would help me as we're making policy and as we're looking at the projects that are coming to us is some more context in terms of how many, not only how many units we're getting, but how many the mix of units that we're adding to the stock we already have available. So what I'm thinking of here is I want to be reminded, where we're at in terms of how many 1-bedrooms we have in this city, in terms of how many 2-bedrooms we have, in terms of how many 3-bedrooms we have, and then to be able to kind of put these developments in context. So it'd just be an additional piece that gives us that as well.
So you want the market rate and the affordable, and then what we're
Yes.
adding? Okay.
Yeah, our entire housing stock.
And you want this, quarterly or
Well,
monthly?
just when we're looking at a housing development, that's an important question for me. We talked a little bit about how many 1-bedrooms we have in town, so it's something I just like to keep track of. And the other thing I had a question about, is there a mention of project-based vouchers here? Are those available for this project?
Both the city of Oakland and the Housing Authority of the County of Alameda might have housing vouchers available. Or initially, when we were working with them, it was before the sequestration, where housing authorities lost a great deal of funding during that process. So there will be an application to
Tahaka.
the sort of the way it works is you have to get along the process of funding before you go to the housing authority. So during this ERN process, we will be working through that to see where we'll get with the housing. So we have the opportunity to get project-based from 2 different housing authorities on this project.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. We had a motion and a second?
If motion.
Yeah, the motion and second.
Anyone opposed?
Nope.
Okay.